mean, that is so dishonest. That is so false. I don't know. Maybe he believes it, but that is just not true.
Right.
And I don't think there's any evidence that it's true at all. The opposite is true.
Right.
It's a tyranny that's banned forms of Christianity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Political opponents, any opposition media, everything. Just jailed all these
murdering
people.
people. Yeah. A lot of people too. Again, not guessing. So okay. Sorry, my rant. Okay. So what should? Thank you for being patient. So given everything you've described, what should the incoming administration do?
I think that Trump should come in and try to get this resolved as fast as possible and rationally understand that the June 15th line that Putin laid out is the best that he can possibly get. And he's going to have to put a good face on it. He can't just come in and literally say, okay, whatever you want is fine. We'll just sign here. But there's some leverage we can do elsewhere that's like, hey, look, we can even remove some of these sanctions on Russia as long as we get this in return for it. Some security guarantees that Russia's not going to do anything beyond this, et cetera, which is going to be hard because they have the capacity should they want to go further than the Dnieper River. But I think that he should just say, hey, this is the best we're going to get right here. I'm going to end this war as soon as we can on these lines right here, because all we're going to do is get more Ukrainians killed if we keep delaying this. So we're going to get this done here. We're going to start the process of letting the Ukraine side recover and just to help them rebuild. Europe needs to handle the lion's share of that, not the United States, but we can help diplomacy, build that with diplomacy. Especially the Eastern Europeans, let them build up their own national security and defense, get bigger on there, not the United States, not put more money in NATO, but the Europeans need to handle that. That's one of the big things here. And then the other thing is we just have to acknowledge this is where the lines are going to be, because that's already a reality on the ground. If you get that over with, now then we can start the next hard thing, which is to rebuild relations with Russia going forward. And I know many don't want to do that, but Russia is going to exist into the future.
Why are we supposed to hate Russia exactly?
Because these people can't escape the Cold War that we won in 1990.
But why, as long as Bill Kristol is chirping his vile little lies in your head, you're never going to get anything done. Why don't you just ignore them? Russia should not be our enemy. There's no reason.
And you showed that, and it's so graphically with both the Lavrov and the Putin interviews. They're very reasonable. They're not doing things that are. They're not asking us.
It's a civilized country, and now it's aligned with China in a much larger military and economic bloc than NATO. So, by the way, we just destroyed the European economy by blowing up Nord Stream. No one's ever been held accountable for that. I don't know how the Europeans are going to pay for Ukraine reconstruction when we wreck their economy by blowing up their natural gas pipeline, but whatever. We have lost our preeminence because of this.
Yes.
And now Russia is aligned with China. That's, big picture. That's
China.
That's the headline.
An actual military alliance with North Korea.
Oh, yeah.
And the cooperation with Iran as well. All those things. And the BRICS, like you say, that is the wreckage of this outgoing administration. That's what they have produced. None of those things existed prior to October 22 when we started making Russia weaker. We have made them stronger in every capacity.